Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well, as well as teach well. And also peace and salutation to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Alright, and the title of this video is going to be Go Hard to Go Home. Okay, go hard to go home. Not go hard or go home. Alright, but rather go hard to go home. Okay, because we as the hopeful elect, especially those of us brothers, that the Lord has raised up in these latter days to stand on our feet in truth and sincerity to preach the gospel throughout the four corners of the earth. Okay, to speak out against this beast system and his image and his charagma and everything about this beast system. Okay, to denounce all the evil that's going on in this world, and to pretty much speak the end of this wicked society into existence. Okay, the Lord has put a spirit on us to be on fire for this word and this ministry that we're taking part of. Okay, because we know and understand that before all prophecy can come to pass, and the Lord eventually comes back to deliver us, all right, and bring us back to our holy land. All right, we have plenty of work that needs to be done. All right, plenty of work that needs to be done. In as far as preaching the truth, plenty of work that needs to be done as far as establishing order within ourselves and our camps and our groups and whatnot. Okay, and we that are of the hopeful elect, that are in this thing, all right, in all truth and sincerity, we go hard at tending to all these things. Okay, putting in the work that we need to do in this truth, so that eventually, so that ultimately we can go back home to our homeland, the land of Israel, the Holy Land, starting with Jerusalem. Okay, because every day brothers are in the spirit of how long, O Lord, when is Yahushua going to come back to deliver us out of this hellhole that we call captivity? Okay, when is Yahushua going to come back and bring us home? All right, well, you can't do that until the work is finished. Okay, this is Romans chapter 12 verse 9. It says, "Let love be without dissimulation. Abhor that which is evil." Okay, abhor that which is evil, because we're living in a world that's full of evil and rebellion against Yahweh Shemashah. And we know that even more evils are up ahead down the pipe. Okay, before we get delivered out of this place. Okay, it says, "Abhor that which is evil, cleave to that which is good." All right, which is this word, this truth. All right, we're supposed to cleave unto it and hold it firm, hold it fast. All right, it says, verse 10, "Be kindly affectioned one to another with brotherly love, in honor of preferring one another." Because that's one of the main things. All right, if not the main thing that the Lord loves to see amongst the body. Brotherly love. Brothers getting connecting with one another. Communicating with one another. Okay, getting along, helping each other out, doing charity. Okay, praying for one another, anointing one another. Doing all that we can to help the man next to us out. All right, so that he can receive the same mercy that we're looking for from the Lord. Okay, all of those things and then some, make up true brotherly love. Okay, because we damn sure, don't receive those things from the world. Okay, including our so-called family of this world. All right, but we receive all those things as we come around our, true family, our spiritual family, which are, the brothers and sisters that are of the remnant, that are in this truth. Okay, so it says, verse 10, Be kindly affectioned one to another with brotherly love and honor, preferring one another. All right, verse 11. Not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord, rejoicing in hope, patient in tribulation, continuing instant in prayer. So you see that? So it goes into not being slothful in business, because this is what we're a part of. The Lord's business. We're spiritual businessmen. For the Lord's business. Okay, and we're commanded to not be slothful, but instead what? Fervent in the spirit, serving the Lord. Okay, let's look up this word. Let's look up this word, fervent. All right, I'm gonna let this play.
Strong's G 2204. Zeo.
All right, it says to boil with heat, be hot. I'm gonna jump down. It says use the boiling anger, love, zeal for what is good or bad. Fervent in spirit, said of zeal for what is good. Yeah, so we're commanded straight up to be fervent in spirit, to be zealous for this work, to be zealous for the Lord and this word that we're preaching. Okay, because us, being fervent in spirit, okay, and being zealous for the Lord, shows our true love for this thing. Okay, because we're in a time where here it is, Esau's going hard as hell. Okay, to establish his kingdom and his agenda. So we on the right hand side that are those of us is of the hopeful elect. We have to be going even harder. Okay, for the Lord to establish his agenda and set up his kingdom. Okay, and hey, it's all about how much you love serving the Lord, how zealous you are for this thing. Okay, because Edom is zealous for his thing as well. Okay, and as Esau is getting ready to offer up his left-handed wicked sacrifice, okay, we have to work, strive like hell to offer up a better sacrifice than he is. Okay, a sacrifice is going to be accepted by the Lord. All right, just as Abel's, our forefather Abel's sacrifice was accepted over Cain's sacrifice. All right, because Abel did it the right way. All right. So from there, let's go to Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 10. It says, whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. For there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave whither thou goest. Yeah, so whatever your hand finds to do, okay, when you're called into this truth, when you come amongst the body, you fellowship and whatnot. Okay, whatever your hand finds to do, meaning what? Whatever you find is your your strong suit in this truth, your strength, so to speak, and which according to your gift of faith, because you have different brothers have different gifts amongst the body. Some brothers are good with the Hebrew. Some brothers are good with going into history. Some brothers are good with going into different languages, speaking different languages. Some brothers are good at just sharing general wisdom. Okay, some brothers are good at interpreting, and breaking down the scriptures. Okay, whatever your gift is that's been bestowed upon you by the Lord, according to your measure of faith. Okay, do it with all your might. Do it with all you can. And be fervent for it, be zealous for it, all right, be hot for it, because hey, whatever your gift is, that's pretty much your best sacrifice that you can offer to the Lord. Okay, so if that's your best sacrifice, then offer it to the best of your ability. Okay, because hey, the Lord sees all of our intents. Okay, He knows all of our intentions, and He sees us trying to the best of our ability. Okay, you best believe those of us that are sincere. Okay, we're going to be rewarded for our right and true intent. Okay, and it all boils down to how much you're trying to offer your best sacrifice. Okay, so from there, let's go to Proverbs. Proverbs 22 and 29. Proverbs 22 verse 29. It says, "Seest thou a man diligent in his business? He shall stand before kings. He shall not stand before mean men." And that's one of the main things that the scriptures requires us to do. Okay, be diligent, show diligence. Okay, add diligence to our faith. Okay, and when we show diligence to the Lord's business, which again is this truth, this ministry, as I just said, we shall stand before kings, which goes into what? The 144,000 under the authority of, the King of Kings, which is Yahushua. Okay, because, all of us brothers that are, preaching this word in truth and sincerity to the best of our ability, we when it's all said and done, we all want to be able to stand before Yahushua, with high honor and great boldness, and pretty much let the Lord know, hey, we did what you asked, and we did it to the best of our ability, to the best of our might, okay, and we did it zealously and fervently, okay, even if it meant us, having to die for what we're doing, okay, we want to stand before kings, okay, we want to be able to, stand on our works, before the kings of the earth, the governing body of Yahweh Bashim al-Shai, as well as, Yahweh Bashim al-Shai themselves, okay, and, you have to be diligent in order to, to be able to be blessed to do that, okay. Let's look up the word diligent. All right, Strong's H4106, Mahayar, it says quick, prompt, skilled, ready. Okay, so this word diligence goes into being skilled, being ready. Okay, always being apt to teach. All right, teaching willingly and not by constraint. Not somebody having to force you to put in work. Okay, you do it by your own integrity. You do it because the Spirit moves you to do it. Okay, and not only do you do it, but you seek to be skilled while you do it. All right, you strive for the masteries, as the scriptures goes into, striving for the masteries, but striving lawfully, of course. All right. All right, Strong's definition, it says quick, hence skillful, diligent, hasty, ready. Okay, yeah. We put in our best work through the Spirit, in a hasty manner, hastening the day of the Lord, hastening that that we can offer the best sacrifice that we can to the Lord, all right, before He comes back to bring judgment. We want to be found on the right side of judgment, all right, not on the wrong side, like the ungodly of this world, okay, that are offering up, wicked sacrifices to the Lord. All right. So let's go to Revelation. Revelation 3. Let's red letter this. Revelation 3 and 15. Yahushua speaking, he says, I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou wert cold or hot. Okay, so Yahushua knows the ones that are in this truth. Okay, that are hot and fervent and zealous for this word. Okay, that are in this thing sincerely. Okay, Yahushua also knows those that are cold for the word. Those that aren't taking this this truth seriously, that are just faking it and going through the motions. Well, what does Yahushua has to say about that? Okay, it says, verse 16. So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. You see that? So those that are lukewarm, okay, in the truth, that's not really on fire for this word, or just straight up cold, okay, those that are lukewarm, Yahushua says is going to spew them out of his mouth. Okay, let's look at this word lukewarm. Alright, I'm going to let this play.
Strong's G 5513. Chliaras. Chliaras.
It says, tepid, lukewarm, metaphorically of the condition of the soul, wretchedly fluctuating between a torpor and a fervor of love. Let's look up this word torpor. It's like it. Hold up. It's not letting me do it. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's look it up. Torpor. Okay, it says right here, state of decreased physiological activity in an animal. Okay, basically decreased activity in an animal. Okay, and in this truth, decreased activity can go into what? Things such as, not really doing videos all that much, or, when you do videos, you're not really going all out in the lessons. Okay, not being around the body enough, things like that, not offering charity to, help brothers out enough. Okay, those, just some examples of decreased activity in an animal. Okay, or, in this case, since I'm applying this to the truth, decreased activity within, a member of the body. It says, torpor is a state of decreased physiological activity in an animal, usually marked by reduced body temperature and metabolic rate. It says torpor enables animals to survive periods of reduced. Okay, yeah, so pretty much going into low body temperature. Okay, low body temperature, which results in a decreased activity within that an animal or a person. Basically being cold. So when you're in a cold state spiritually in the truth, okay, or lukewarm, you decrease in activity. You become slothful, as we just read in Romans 12, which tells us not to be slothful, but what? Be fervent. Okay, so the Lord doesn't want a slothful man, a slothful servant, a sluggard, okay, within his ministry. All right, he doesn't want any lukewarm servants in his ministry. Okay, he said that he would rather that you be hot or cold, but The Lord really wants you to be hot. Okay, just as the Apostle Paul exhorted us to be fervent. Okay, so ultimately, if you're not hot in this truth, all right, if you're just lukewarm or cold, then like the Lord said, He's gonna spew you out of His mouth like a bad taste. Just imagine if you had a bad taste in your mouth, right? Okay, what are you gonna do? You're gonna spit it out. Okay, you're gonna spit it out. All right. So let's get one more precept, and then after that, I'm gonna end this off. It's 2nd Ezra chapter 9. And I'm going to start from verse 5. 2nd Ezra 9 and 5. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. And boy, is it manifest in right now in this time. Going into the year 2023. We can definitely see through a spiritual lens that we're at the end. The end of Esau Edom's rulership, the end of these heathen nations' rulership, as in general. Okay, and the end of us being in captivity as Israelites. Okay, the end of having to be in His flesh anymore. All right, because after this is the kingdom. All right, and of course, and along with that, the new bodies. All right, fashioned like unto Yahushua's body, the new covenants. Okay, where all the former things are gonna pass away. All the pain and agony that we go through in this flesh. Okay, being subject to committing sin. All right, and wickedness. All right, all of these things are getting ready to come to an end, and it's manifesting more and more every day. Going into the year 2023, that we're at the end of all those things. But it says, verse 6, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and in wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. Verse 7, and every one that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith. All right, because you can't have faith without works. Or else what? Your faith is going to be dead, as it goes into in James, the 2nd chapter. It says, verse 7 again, and every one that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye believed, shall be preserved from the said perils. Okay, Jacob's trouble, famine, great death, great tribulation. All right, energy shortages, all these different things that the Lord has has ready to for the purpose of judgment throughout this world. It says, verse 8 again, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. All right, who are those that the Lord has sanctified for Him from the beginning? That's the elect. Okay, the remnant of the nation of Israel, starting with the 144,000, the first fruits of the heaven. Okay, redeemed, from the earth. Roughly paraphrasing Revelation the 14th chapter. Okay, Lord will not be at that number, as well as all you, all you fellow brothers. Okay, that are pushing His word in all truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, Lord willing, we're the ones that's been sanctified from the beginning. Okay, that that's going to be able to escape all these perils via our works, by our faith. Okay, and we hope to see the salvation of the Lord, for Him to deliver us out of this hellhole, to deliver us out of this flesh, as well as this captivity. Deliver us out of the hands of our enemies, starting with Esau Edom, starting with Amalek of the Edomites. Okay, and bring us back home, starting with bringing us back home to our first estate, which is what? The right hand side of the Father, the sons of God. Okay, and hey, Once we get back into the Holy Land, starting with Jerusalem, and set things up in order, all right, under the authority of Yahushua, then hey, everything else is gonna be put back in order, all right, in righteousness, and that's what we hope for. All right, so I'm pretty much ended off on that. Lord willing, this video is edifying. Want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone Haruwell, as well as Teachwell, and also peace and salutation to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, go hard to go home. Lord willing, until next time, Shalom.